Max Faithful, motivation. Class, social status, the notion that what someone is, their title, how much someone makes, who or what they are is what makes them up as a human being is extremely poisonous. Add this to the fact that we've been operating this way essentially since the beginning of time. Who do you think you're talking to? Think about how many times you've heard someone say that. It's almost as if it's meant to inform the recipient of that question that the person asking is better than the person receiving the question. It's almost as if that question is meant to demean the person being asked. The nerds, the cool kids, the jocks, the popular kids, the goths, the cheerleaders. As a man, how many times have you had conversations with your friends about a girl you like, for instance, ending your beginning in, she's out of my league? You see, we devalue ourselves without even realizing it, or before we even know who we are. I had a conversation with my cousin about this a few weeks ago, about that phrase. We discussed at length some of the opposing viewpoints that we had on the topic. And my argument was, and still is, that it was a matter of state of mind. And it boils down to the confidence you have in yourself and the value that you have for yourself. If both of them are high enough to where you know who you are and what you have to offer, the notions that you're not worthy enough and the fear dissipate. For example, the popularity contests that take place in high school are surprisingly not even where it starts. We're taught from a very early age to idolize famous people and aggrandize celebrities. I probably remember myself seeing my first tabloid when I was in elementary school. I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. And that was 24, 23 years ago or so. Think about how that shapes someone's mind to think about how they should behave, how they should view people in powerful and affluent positions, and consequently, how it causes people to view themselves. He's just a janitor. I have 3 PhDs and I live in a gated community. I have no business associating with such an individual. Yeah, alright. Sit down and have a conversation with that janitor, Mr. Gated Community Inhabiting PhD. Bet you he'll teach you some of the major life lessons and school you to some of the most insanely off-the-wall ins and outs of life to which you were completely oblivious. See, that piece of paper on your office wall, it doesn't automatically qualify you to be a trooper in times of hardship. All of it's a state of mind. The point I'm trying to make, and the bottom line, is that no one person is better than the other. No one. And I really hope you get the picture on this one because it's extremely important. You don't have to hang out with everyone. There's a difference between having things in common with people and having complexes about your status. Don't do the latter. Keep everything in mind. Signing off.